Hello and a very warm welcome. Driver ratings for the Belgian Grand Prix. All 20 drivers covered as we rate them out of 10 for their weekend. Driver ratings does divide opinion. Comment down below yours. As usual, unfiltered ratings. Spa, it was an absolute farcical event. I've only just calmed down. It was piss poor and then piss ants in charge. Should hang their heads in shame. Let's jump into it. Lando Norris 8. Yeah, P3 sprint quali and sprint race. Pole position exceptional, and he got slipstreamed off the start. Piastri brave through Eau Rouge. He got the favoured tyre strategy, Lando. He went to the hard tyre. So yeah, he was in prime position to win the race. And yeah, he closed the gap to Oscar and then 3 mistakes. He should be winning that race, Lando Norris. There's no excuses. And he needs to cut out these errors. He should win. He should win. Piastri 9. Pole position in the sprint. Finished P2. Bit of a choke by Piastri if you ask me. But he gets protected as usual. No one calls out Oscar Piastri, it seems. Seems to get a free pass. Yeah, 15 laps behind the Red Bull is inexcusable in the fastest car. Yeah. Then he qualified second. Won the race, dominant, lovely tyre management by Oscar Piastri on the mediums. Charles Leclerc 10, driver of the weekend, sensational, absolutely brilliant. Charles Leclerc outperforms his car, it's brilliant, it really is good. P4 in the sprint, qualified third, finished third, held off Max for long periods, all race long he held him off. The pressure was on. He didn't buckle. That is sensational by Charles Leclerc. Dismantles his teammate. Driver of the weekend. Every day of the week. And another podium. In the shitbox Ferrari. Lewis Hamilton 2. Absolutely awful. And he's lucky to get 2. And he's saved himself in the race. Horrendous weekend by Lewis Hamilton. Yeah. It's getting to the point now. It's painful to watch. Lewis has to improve. If he doesn't improve, retire. It's painful to watch. It is painful. Absolutely. 18th in the qualifying in the sprint. Locks the rears. I'd never ever see Lewis Hamilton lock the rears and spin. Strange. And then main qualifying. Track limits at Radion. Now what excuses are you going to make for that? Because a 7-time champion to get track limits, it is leaves me speechless. How does Lewis make that mistake? Yeah. To be fair, he did do a good race. Very good moves in the wet. He was the first to go on to the dry tyre, but then was stuck behind Albon for the whole race, basically. Max 8. Won the sprint race, but a big mistake in qualifying cost him a podium. Comes out of La Source all sideways like a shopping trolley, and it's cost him a podium at the end of the day. Yeah, stuck behind Leclerc all race. 1'1", a positive weekend for 1'1". Of course, he didn't get in the points, but he's holding back on the criticism of the team. He wants to criticise the team, but yeah, he's holding back. You know, can't really say how he feels. Of course, pleased as usual. But a positive weekend. He qualified 7th with the updated floor, and finished 13th. Yeah, he lost 5 positions. Basically, he's coming around the last corner. He said he wanted to box for dries. He had to do a whole lap, basically, when the track was going faster. So he lost 5 places. Was very, very unhappy with that. George Russell 5. Mucky average weekend. Where was Mercedes' pace? Absolutely awful. Just nothing. A shocking sprint race by George. He qualified 6th. Finishes 5th. Overtakes Albon. Massive worry for Mercedes. They've been nowhere since Canada, really. Absolutely mucky. Kimi Antonelli 0. Absolutely shocking. Kimi Antonelli needs to improve massively, and I can't help feel he should have gone to a Williams to learn his trade. He's chucked in at the big team. Apparently he was crying in his interview after qualifying. That shows signs of weakness. People are going to hammer him for that. Through the gravel in sprint qualifying. You know, last P18 in main qualifying, out in Q1, awful weekend, finished 16th, got the fastest lap. But yeah, apparently he was crying in the interview. Lewis comes to the motorhome to console him. Kimi Antonelli needs to up his game. Like, it's as simple as that. I mean, you can't give him any more than 0 this weekend. He was arse. Fernando Alonso, 0. Aston Martin, an absolute shambles. Rumour has it that they brought something to the weekend. That they brought the wrong parts to the weekend. I mean, qualified 14th. Yes. No, he qualified 19th. That must have been his sprint race result. 19th. Aston Martin qualified on the back row. Alonso finished 17th. Lance Stroll, 0. P13 in the sprint, qualified last. He got hit by Hulkenberg in the pit lane. Finished 14th. Horrific weekend by Aston Martin. Frogleg, 7. I'm so happy he got points. Every year, that iconic photo of him posting flowers for his friend Anton, and he drove for Anton. The defence was immense by Gasly. Every year he pays tribute. I wanted him to get into the points. And what he's doing in this Alpine, my subscriber said it, it needs respect, really. Alpine, the worst car, and Gasly keeps scoring points. 8th sprint qualifying, then had issues in the actual race. Yeah, qualified 13th, finished 10th. He held off, constant pressure by Sonoda, Behrman, held them off. He fought for Anton. Great defence by Froglegs. Collie Dog, 0. Might as well keep this in for the season, I think. Absolutely awful. Gasly scoring points. Collie Dog's tossing it up. Doohan and Collie don't score points. Hungary's huge for him. We got the summer break coming. He's going to be out on his arse if he keeps performing like this, Collie Dog. Nowhere. Finished 19th. Liam the Lesbian Lawson, 8. How good is it to see now? He's got his confidence back. I've got my confidence back. I might have a flapjack. I change my hair every week. My performance is looking sleek. P10 in the sprint. P9 mine quali. Not happy. Close to P5. Finish PI. Finding form lightly and his confidence is back. Regular points. I'm Liam Lawson. My hair looks butch. I'm stuck on a clutch. Go on the dike. Big up the dike. Hadjar, 7. P8 in the sprint. Main quali P8. Sensational. Again, was unhappy because Albon was in 5th. The Racing Bulls thought they should have been where Albon was. Hadjar, though, in the race, finished last. Issues all race. Powerless. And he was a sitting duck down the Kemmel Straight. Yeah, Hadjar had a great weekend. Yeah, Ocon, 7. Absolutely sensational in the sprint race. P5. Main quali, 11th, and finished 15th. Was very unhappy with the team. Got everything wrong. 2 big mistakes. Late call, and they put him on an old tyre when a new tyre was available. Ollie Behrman, 7. Sprint was a positive, finished 7th. Qualified 12th, very annoyed with the traffic. Someone dive bombed him into the bus stop and then he locks up turn 1. Big mistake, turn 1. And then finished 11th. Always seems to finish 11th. He said he lost 3 places due to an engine issue as well. Here we go, Williams. Carlos Sainz, 5. Sprint was amazing. P6 for Carlos Sainz. And then he goes back to his old self. He got the setup wrong. It's huge. Qualifies 15th. His sprint pace was there. You know, when he finishes 18th. Wrong setup. Alex Albon, 9. Yeah, I've got to say, Alex Albon was arse in the sprint. But P5, He qualified P5, incredible result, and then finishes 6th. Fair play, Alex Albon. That's the form he was showing at the start of the season. He held off Lewis Hamilton the whole race. Fair play, Alex Albon. Nico Hulkenberg 5. His point runs comes to an end. Disappointing weekend for the Hulk. He hit Stroll in the pit lane. I don't know how he doesn't get a penalty for that, in my honest opinion. I'm a massive fan of Hulk, but he should have had a penalty for that. Disappointing sprint. Qualified 14th. Hit Stroll in the pits. Yeah, he let Bortoletto pass. He did play the team game, but only finished 12th. Gabriel Bortoletto 8th. P9 in the sprint. I mean, qualified 10th. Destroyed the Hulk. And finished 9th. Bortoletto, very impressive. Yeah, very impressive. So, let me scroll back up. If we can get there. Yes. So there we have it. Driver ratings for the Spa Grand Prix. Comment down below yours. Spa was a shit show. It was a farce event. These pissants. Every time it rains. Oh no, we won't go out. We'll play with 10 minutes. 10-minute delay. Oh yeah. We can see rain falling. Oh, we could go around and sweep the track with the nice 20 hoovers we have. No, no, no. We'll sit and wait for more rain to fall. It's the FIA clown show. Wankers. Absolute wankers at the highest level. Yeah. I worry about Spa. I love Spa. It's one of my favourite tracks, but I really do worry for its future. That was an embarrassment yesterday. Absolute shit show. And if you're happy with that yesterday, you need to give your head a shake and give yourself a punch in the nose to wake yourself up. As usual, unfiltered ratings. Adios. This is water, by the way. Adios.